Hi, I'm Dr. Lenore Coleman, President and founder of Healing Our Village and Total Lifestyle Change. Welcome to our diabetes prevention program. On today's module, we're going to cover how to manage stress. Right now, we are all going through a very, very stressful time. A lot of people say it's because I don't have money, but I'm going to tell you that even people that have money are stressed. So we have got to learn how to manage our stress. It's actually in your direct control. You have to take control of your environment, and you have to identify the stressors that you have in your life so that you can then deal and cope with those stresses. So in the session today, we're going to focus on how to manage stress to help you prevent type 2 diabetes. And this session, we're going to talk about some of the causes of stress, the link between stress and type 2 diabetes, some ways to reduce stress, and some healthy ways to cope with stress. And again, after this session is over, I want you to take a look at your action plan and try to incorporate some of these learnings into your action plan. Now, here's a couple of tips. Know what situations make you feel stress, and then you have to make a plan on how you're going to cope with them. And then you need to learn to say no. A lot of stress that we bring onto ourselves is because we allow other people to bring stress into our lives. And a lot of times it's because we're just trying to be nice and we don't know how to say no. So you learn how to say no to certain things, especially things you don't really want or need to do. So you gotta have to learn how to say no to those things. So let's talk about Barbara. Barbara's 45 years old. She feels like she's being pulled in all directions. Her children are still in high school. Her father is in bad health. Plus, Barbara works a full-time job and is divorced, so she's doing this all by herself. Barbara's doctor tells her she's at risk of developing type 2 diabetes, and he urges her to lose weight by eating well and being more active. Barbara sighs, because to her, this is just one more thing that she has to think about. Now, we know there is a link between stress and type 2 diabetes. Feeling stress can actually change your body chemistries in a way that make you more likely to get diabetes. And if you're stressed all the time, it can actually make your blood sugars go up. It also causes you to act in unhealthy ways. So it becomes a vicious cycle. So you're stressed and you eat more, which then makes you stressed. So this is what we're trying to talk about today. We're trying to help you break this cycle of stress. So let's talk more about Barbara. When she feels stress, she feels angry, annoyed, anxious, confused, impatient. Sometimes she feels really sad. She doesn't know why she feels so sad, but she just feels sad. And she's feels worried. You may also have an aching headache, or maybe you have back pain or neck pain. You may have a racing heartbeat, tight muscles, or an upset stomach. All of these are signs of stress. You may have some, you may not have others. But think about it in terms of how you're feeling and if you're getting any of those particular stressful symptoms. To make herself feel better after her doctor visit, Barbara then goes home and eats a whole lot of ice cream. This is not good, because then after eating all the ice cream, she feels guilty and more stressed. So when you feel stressed, you may drink too much alcohol, or forget things, or put off doing the things you need to do. I know I'm a big procrastinator. Or rush around without getting much done. One of the things that I do to help with that is I make lists of things that I'm going to list of things to do today, and that helps me be a little bit more efficient. Sleeping too little or too much or both. You may smoke when you're stressed. You may take too much of your medication, which is definitely a no-no. And you may actually just throw yourself into your work and you end up working too much. You may also make some unhealthy choices about eating or drinking. You may decide that you just don't feel like exercising, so you slack off on your fitness goals, or you just veg in front of the television. You just spend all your free time watching TV or videos or using your computer. You're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, so you're just basically killing time and not being very productive. Barbara definitely has trouble saying no, so she ends up doing things she doesn't really want to do or needs to do. For instance, when she goes shopping with her kids, they often beg her to buy things. Usually she caves in to their demands just to make them stop asking her. So this makes Barbara feel really stressed. So Barbara decides at the next shopping trip that she is going to get better at saying no. So the next time she goes shopping with the kids, they beg her for ice cream. But this time Barbara says no. She holds firm to that no, and at the end of the day, she is very proud of herself. So now there are certain ways that you can decrease stress. The first thing is you need to ask for help. Sometimes you can't do this by yourself. So you need to reach out to your family, to your friends for help. They care about you, they love you, and they want the best for you. And so they'll be there for you during some of these stressful times. Try to keep things in order. Try to be tidy. Be sure you're shooting for 6 to 8 hours of sleep. That's very important that you get enough sleep. And have some fun. Think back of the kinds of things that you used to do that when you were happy and not so stressed, and try to get those things back into your lifestyle. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's taking a walk with a friend. Maybe it's a certain comedy video that makes you laugh. But you got to incorporate those into your lifestyle. And again, learn how to say no. So at the end of this session, what I'd like you all as a group to do is figure out how you are going to reduce the stress in your life. And you need to write down some things that you're going to use as strategies to reduce your stress. Other ways to reduce stress is to know yourself. You have to know what situations are making you stressed, and then you have to plan how to take action to eliminate those stressors out of your life. And sometimes that might mean people in your life. There are some people that just bring you chaos and confusion and stress. And if those people are in your life on an ongoing basis, it's going to be very hard for you to decrease your stress. So sometimes you have to see those and be with those people at a distance. You cannot bring them into your inner circle. Make a to-do list. This is what I do. In order for me to be more efficient, I put down the most important things on top that I need to accomplish in a given day or week. I remind myself with notes. I use calendars. I use timers. I would be lost without my Outlook calendar telling me when I'm supposed to do things. Set small, doable goals. Sometimes we set these lofty goals that are just impossible to achieve. So you need to set goals that are doable, that you can be able to get to. So I'm going to lose 2 pounds this week. I'm going to try to drink 4 glasses of water every day, trying to get to 8 glasses. Try to solve problems. Write down what your problems are, and then write down on the other side of the paper creative ways to solve that problem, and try to solve it promptly. Don't let these things just linger and hang on, because that ends up being a form of stress. And you got to take care of your mind and your body. That way you'll be more prepared to tackle some of these stressful situations. Again, we talked about exercise and fitness, including yoga and meditation, Tai Chi. All of those sort of restful exercises into your lifestyle may be very helpful for you. But just taking some quiet time every day to meditate and to think about your life and what you can do that's in your direct control to make your life less stressful. There are healthy ways to cope with stress. You can count to 20 in your head to just slow things down. You can do things that soothe yourself, like get a massage or take a hot bath or drink a cup of herbal tea. Give yourself a pep talk. I always give myself a pep talk. I get up in the morning and I talk about how blessed I am and how things could be worse. And I just really, give myself some encouragement for the things that I have accomplished and not just focus on all the things that I haven't accomplished. Try some ways to relax. You'll find them maybe in boxes that are out there, cleaning your garage, gardening. There are all sorts of ways that you can try to relax. And stretching. Again, we talked about yoga, stretching exercises. All of those are healthy ways to cope with stress. It may take time before you're going to see the results of these things. So try to practice at least 10 minutes a day, listening to calming music. At first, it may be easier to relax if you lie down in a dark, quiet room. Relax your muscles by scrunching up your face or scrunching up your shoulders. Hold it for 5 seconds. So there are all sorts of things that you can do to relax your jaw, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your legs. All of these muscles, if you stretch, will be able to release some of the tension that you may be holding in there. Again, thank you very much for your attention today. We hope you enjoyed learning how to manage stress. For more information or other modules to help you begin to change your lifestyle, go to hovhealth.com or call Healing Our Village at 800-788-0941. Thanks again.